This is excellent.
Well, we're back. Maybe people will come back. Maybe they won't.
What did you just do?
Nothing to worry about.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
Are we up? We're on? We're
You
going?
don't need to worry about. Yeah, we're.
Yeah, we're live. Okay, we're just live with everybody gone.
Yep.
Oh, somebody's here. Tavo. Tavo's there.
Sorry, we had to create a new stream.
We had no idea what happened. It just crashed. Dougster hath returned unscathed. Well, good. We got 2 people in the chat. I don't know what happened. It just. Kim kicked something over there, and at the same moment it went out.
Yeah.
So I thought it was something she did, except I'm looking at what she kicked. She tripped over a piece of steel. There's nothing near that steel. It has anything to do with the internet. My phone was still connected to the internet, but this thing just took a crap. It was done.
The fiber went out for some reason.
I don't know what happened. It just was
it
done.
would not let us reconnect to the stream. Maybe it took too long.
We tried to reconnect, and it just wouldn't connect. So here we are, like 14 minutes later or something? Sorry about that. Don't know what happened.
In all the months we've been streaming, that's the first time we've had a catastrophic clash.
No, I didn't blame Kim. I thought
he did blame me.
I thought she kicked something.
Yelling, Kim, fix it! Kim, fix it!
I said,
fix it, damn it!
I was like, Kim, what'd you trip over? And I looked over there. I could see there was no cables over there. So it was just she happened to kick it right when it went off.
Yeah. It might have been down for a minute before you even realized.
Well, I realized it when that yellow warning came up, and that's when people started saying buffering, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Which the weirdest thing is...
And I got, Kim, come on over here.
And
she came over and started picking at it and couldn't figure it out.
Buffering messages with no internet, but...
Could any of you see what I was... Because I was typing a couple of messages in, but I don't know if any of you saw that. Because... Don't know what happened.
Don't worry about it too much. We're back.
Well, yeah, but we had like 20 people in, and now we got 2. We just threw everybody out, you know?
It's all right. They'll come back or they won't. Maybe it was time for them to go to bed. Maybe we're all new people.
Yeah, we need new people.
If they want to be here, they'll be.
So what do we have for a thumbnail? Just nothing. We have a picture of a YouTube thing. I've seen that happen before. I don't know. We just tried to... We don't have all the stuff here, so we just tried to do it in a hurry. KJ, Kylie's back.
Welcome back, KJ.
He says,
Kylie.
I thought you guys left in a huff. No, the huff was after we left. I'm like, what is going on here?
Thanks for sticking with us. Sorry about the...
It just,
didn't work out.
Said one message came through. Also, yeah, the pile happens. So I don't know. Kim kept picking through all the stuff to pick through and couldn't make any sense out of it, so we just closed it and started a new one. I don't know.
The streaming software is usually really automatic. It keeps it going pretty well by itself.
We got 4.
Been problem free.
We got 4 people back in here. We're 20% of what we were.
You know, it's not that critical.
I know. It's
the
just
people who are
it's disappointing to me.
Aww.
Because I like to have
everybody say aww.
I like to have
Buck Del Campo is disappointed. All his friends.
I like having everybody in here.
All his friends went to bed.
Oh, now it says. Now it pops up. Welcome to live chat out of nowhere. Yeah, I saw one message. The FPS was interesting. Well, FPS. Yeah, I don't know what happened. What are you doing?
Oh, live chat.
You're good. You're good. You just brought it up again.
Sorry.
Now you're back to scene 4.
I better turn this off.
Why are you turning that off? Oh, because it might overheat.
No, just nobody.
Nobody's watching you. I know.
There's nothing to see. You can see me right here.
Dean Stevenson's back. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just giant error. He put a boomerang up there. He says this stick came back. Oh yeah, and Tavo, see, I was down to 1 frame per second. Yeah, I bet that was good. What's that? A still photo?
Yeah. It's a slideshow.
So, yeah, now they're all like, oh, Kim, what'd you do that to me for?
Because you're crying like a baby. It's fine. It's a glitch in the matrix. You just roll with it. You gotta learn how to roll with the punches.
I don't like rolling with punches.
Just roll.
I had to this month. I had to roll with. It wasn't this month. It was last month.
That's true.
I had to roll with a big punch this time, and there's not a damn thing I could do about it. Go for a ride. Ended up standing next to the side of the road. Police and ambulance and fire all over the place. Traffic stopped for miles. Man. Yeah, just had to do it. So here we are with another much more...
sometimes you get the bear, sometimes the bear gets you.
Much...
Who else knows some sayings like that? Sometimes you get the bear and sometimes... Not you, I'm just saying. Who else knows some sayings? I think that's...
And this is, I guess, a much less of a problem than that.
We're all right. It's just late on a Saturday.
Well, that crash, I met a lot of people anyway.
There you go.
It's like, you know how to meet a lot of people? Drive backwards through a barrier at 70 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Airborne.
Friends.
Airborne.
Friends all day
you make friends all over the place. I'd like to know who those 3 women were that stopped in different cars that are all some kind of healthcare professional. That I didn't get their names, and then they were gone, and they were really helpful people, you know.
It was good of them to stop.
Sometimes you're... Doug, you wrote something strange. Sometimes you're something bug, and sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. Your last name, even Bean or English. Okay, Kim, I got to do something other than sit here. I got to get past you.
Okay.
Unless you happen to have some... no, I see it. It's over there.
What is it that you want?
I need that lube.
Lube?
That lube, that spray lube on the floor. I need to go get it. And you were blocking the road, but now you're over there by it. Is there anything left in it?
I don't know. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, you've been using my power lube.
Oh, yeah. I've been power lubing.
I've been power lubing. I'm going to have to buy power lube again.
No,
Do we have more?
Oh, man.
See, because I bought a case of power lube at one time.
Well, we got a case of power lube.
But this is really grody, man. This got really, really grody. Okay, so the first thing is I need to spray some power lube on this paper towel so I can clean the power lube bottle. Power lube can. It's so grody, I don't want to touch it. Hey, I got a question for everybody. I don't know. Most of these people probably don't know new cars real well. I want to ask if a Mazda, like a Mazda 6, is considered as... I see all kinds of cars that are big, you know, like big Japanese and Korean cars that I'm looking at. And the Mazdas go for like 50 to 100% more money than the other ones that look just as good. They're similarly equipped. And I didn't know, is the Mazda 6 that? Is it really worth more? Or is there some reason for that? Because the Hyundais and the Kias, and some of them are really nice cars, you know, with leather upholstery and everything. They go for so much less money. And I didn't know that. So I'm really wanting a daily driver that's a nice car. Let's see here. What was the last thing on a bug's mind when he hits the windshield? His butt. That bug had a lot on his mind, Dougster. The windshield and its butt. Ford Duratec engine car. The Mazda 6. Well, sorta. I mean, the block in the head is. Everything on the outside's Mazda. At least I think that's the way it is. That Mazda engine is. you know, fuel economy is so much better than the Ford. I don't know what they did. Warranty honoring, that's kept the value of the Mazda 6 really. Oh, well, mine was past that. My warranty was 120,000 miles. You know how many times I used it? Well, I went back many times because of all the problems I had with the fiddly little stuff, electronic things like the electrical brake and just annoying little stuff. But as far as the car running and being reliable, that car was as reliable as it gets. So I guess that I went back a few times with warranty stuff, and oh, and the thing is, they could never fix it. They never did fix all the little stupid electronics that wouldn't work right, cruise control, intermittent, and that's something I'm not gonna miss. The electrical, whatever it is, parking brake just coming on when it feels like. That's dangerous. Japanese design and quality versus Korean lack of same, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think Kia and I didn't think the newer Kias and Hyundais were that bad. The Sky Active is Mazda's, but the etched bore aluminum copies of the Ford BDA, only it's chain-driven cammed. So it is actually a different engine, but it's similar stuff. I really don't know. I just heard it was Ford stuff, but that engine ran great. I mean, that was... I know down under won't make any sense, but, you know, it's 38 to 40 miles a gallon. Well, it depends on the fuel I ran. 38 miles a gallon at 70 miles an hour, or 40, 41 if I ran 100% gasoline, no alcohol. So, you know, there's a few more BTUs in that, but, you know, that's pretty nice. Let's see, Sky Activist Mazda. Yeah, okay, you already read that. Kim, isn't there another one of these white trays somewhere? I got 3 of them here. I think there's another one. I don't know where it is. Maybe it's in the drawer. In the drawer. Or maybe it's on the floor. I started talking about newer cars and everybody just drops off like flies. Okay, so let's talk about yeah, I'll tell you another car I looked at. I looked at a 65 Dodge Dart today.
65?
Did needed a little. In the
that ain't a daily driver.
No, it wasn't, but the way the ad was written, I thought it was till I got into it a little, and it was not. It was starts and runs great, daily driver, except for, and there was a big long list.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay. And then I said, well, that's not a daily driver. That's a big long list of stuff. That is a project. Yeah, it's like the only needs circles. The other thing, it had a 273 and an automatic in it. I'll have to crash out soon. Yeah, if I saw you I thought you said goodnight just as our internet failed. And we really don't know what happened. We're just saying it failed because actually my phone was still connected to the same thing this is connected to, but we didn't appear to be connected, so we really don't know what happened. We tried and ended up putting just redoing the whole thing.
Yeah, redoing.
And I didn't have all the stuff that I usually have up here, so we kind of winged our way through it without a thumbnail or anything. EGR is weak point with them, but Mazda was told by Ford to use 3.78 inch bore spacing engine after making a 3.81 inch bore spacing Magnum for inlines. Diesel gasoline shared architecture 82 to 00. So I don't know, did Mazda make that engine or Ford make that engine? I thought it was a Ford built engine, but I really don't know. You know how important that engine was? I used to change the oil and do oil samples and change the filter. That's how important it was. Is that I maintained it and it never let me down. And then after that horrible crash, all the crashing and bending and braking and everything. I couldn't shut it off. That engine ran until they got it to the tow yard, and those guys figured out how to shut it off. You had it shut off?
Yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead and see if Elgato comes up.
I think they
Camera 2, please.
I think they
Yep.
There it is.
Bring in the scene 3.
Okay.
There we go.
So now we have an engine in the split screen. Wasn't sure that got through, but didn't quite get to bed yet. It was the last thing that came through. The 2.0 tempo. Well, that's why I thought the chat was going, because I kept writing in the chat, but then we could see nothing was coming through. The 2.0 tempo diesel was a Mazda engine. The 626 and Ford Probe 2.2 and later 2.5 Ranger 4-cylinder was Mazda made. Okay. I remember I had a 626 for a while on my used car lot back when, and I don't know, it was an okay car. I had a 323 and a 626. Yeah, they were used cars we bought at auctions. Bought them, sold them. Tried to make money. Didn't always make money. The strangest one I made money on, my business partner bought a Ford Aerostar van that didn't run. So I was so upset with him buying that thing. They pushed it through the auction. I think he paid $65 for it. Why did you buy this piece of junk? Anyway, I got it running. It had a 4.0 liter. The engine looked like a Cologne engine, but it was 4 liters. So I don't know. I guess that's a Cologne engine. I don't know. So got it running, and it's rusty car, big chunks of frame, body, everything just missing on it. I'm like, why did you buy this piece of junk? And I had it on the lot for a while. I put it on eBay. Some guy in California bought it, and I'm thinking, man, he doesn't know what rust is. Well, he showed up. He flew to Chicago, rented a big, some kind of big box truck, like I don't know, like a U-Haul. It wasn't a U-Haul, but it was one of those big yellow box trucks. Drove it over to my place in the middle of the night. We met him there. He had ramps. Took 4 or 5 of us, maybe more, whole gang of people to push that car, that van, up inside that box truck. And that guy was so happy. And I'm thinking, man, this is a rusty piece of crap. But he told me why he's happy. He had one out in California that didn't run at all. And this one, I got it running, so the engine sounded good. And the transmission worked. And it was 4-wheel drive. And he wanted all that stuff. And I made more money, or we made more money on that car than anything else we had. And it made no sense to me. Yeah, Dean says that's a Cologne engine. You know, that's the only Cologne engine I ever drove that went good. I mean, that thing got with a program, and it was a big van, you know. Do a pill change with a cheap oil and filter, run 30 minutes, and perform another oil change with your normal quality oil and filter just to clean more gunk out of the engine. Oh, David Vizard. Yeah, well, my Mazda, what I did with the Mazda was write off whatever, I don't remember what I drove that thing, 500 miles or something. Took it to the Mazda dealer to have the oil change, and they said, we quit doing Mazdas, you're going to have to drive up to Washington, D.C., which is like an hour and something away. I'm thinking, I'm not driving to Washington, D.C. to get the oil changed. So I went to Jiffy Lube, and they put their brand of synthetic in it, and tried to talk me into doing a wheel alignment, which didn't need a wheel alignment. Everything was in the green. They're going, yeah, it's all in the green, but we could adjust it a little bit. But no. Car has 500 miles on it. So not long after that, I really didn't like that they put some hammer. So I didn't really like they put some no-name oil in it. So I drained that oil, and I put Amsoil Signature Series, which is 100% synthetic base oil. So I did that. And then I always did oil samples after that. So I always knew what the additive package was, what was left, if there's any fuel contamination. Of course, it's direct injection, so there's no fuel contamination. But so I did regular oil changes, and I did oil samples in between. So I was really toward the end, I wasn't doing the oil samples, but I knew the engine well enough and changing it off enough that I wasn't real worried about it. That was a very clean engine inside. It's sad I lost it. I talked to the insurance about buying the back, but it's just too complicated and too much money. And, you know, what am I going to do with it? It's going to sit in the yard. Then I got a front drive engine with a broken transmission and nice seats that I wanted, but yeah.
Yeah, they wanted like $1,000.
Yeah,
$1,500.
They wanted $1,500 plus a bunch of money to do the whole getting it out of the insurance system and getting it registered with whatever it is in Kentucky, a Kentucky red title, which you can't drive it, which I said I'm never going to drive it anyway. And then it just turned into a huge headache, so I didn't do it. Dean Stevenson, I've had 2.3, 2.8, 4.0 colognes. I didn't know there was a 2.3. I knew there was a 2.8, 2. Oh, there was a 2.6 here that was in the Mercury Capri back in the late 60s. There was a 2.8 like in the Pintos and maybe in some trucks, and then a 2.9 and then a 4.0. I love them all except the single overhead cam chain drives and the Torx bolts. And I don't mind Torx bolts, but I don't know, I haven't dealt with them. They had a little 2.3 60-degree Cologne, 114 horsepower engine in our Cortinas from 1980 to 82. And the 2.3 and 2.8 in Ford Capris and Mercury, and Ford Sierras from 82 to 88. A Ford Capri, is that the little, looks like a long hood, short rear deck, cute little, 2-passenger car with a little back seat in it? 2.3 is a 2.6 with a smaller bore. I can't even imagine that. That's a tiny engine. The guy I bought Black Betty from, he's self-employed. He fixes repairable vehicles and sells them. The guy's a collision wizard. I've looked at quite a few vehicles that are rebuilds. And I was taken off.
Olive said she was leaving before.
Yeah, but I missed something.
Good night, Olive.
Some around here still.
Thanks for being here.
Us. Where'd she say that?
Okay.
Oh, good night, everybody. I hadn't seen it yet. Okay. Okay, so he says exactly. I think that's what he means about those Capris. Yeah, I kind of like the looks of those Capris. A friend of mine, man, I wasn't driving yet, and he was old enough to drive. And he bought a new Capri when they first came out in the late 60s. I don't remember what that was, 68, 69, maybe 70. And he bought one of those Capris with the 2.6. Tina's across the ditch. Across the ditch. Is that where Dean is, across the ditch? Had the 2.0 overhead cam, or the Falcon 6. Who was it in here last night? I don't think you're here. Turned me on to a couple of Ford, box body Fords. The Futuras, the two-door Futuras. One is a Futura and the other is a Mercury version of it. The 6-cylinders. And I looked at them. But one of them had the air conditioning. The guy says everything works. And I could see clearly the air conditioner wasn't going to work the way it was. And the heater hoses were no longer connected. Just two little connections from the heater cord sticking out of the firewall. So I wrote him a note. So, yeah, the heater and the air conditioner don't work. Yeah, you already said.
That's not everything.
You already said everything works, so what else did you not tell the truth about? And then the other one actually looked pretty decent. And I asked him about the AC, and he goes, well, it needs Freon. Well, every time I hear that. Every time
Freon, it's not supposed to leak out. It doesn't wear out.
The Freon went out somewhere. So where did it go out? So I sent him a reply, and he didn't reply to that. So, people that quit driving a car because the AC doesn't work, they've already taken it in. They know it's going to be expensive, so they just tell you, well, it needs Freon. Well, yeah. Where'd the Freon go? Came out the seal around the shaft on the compressor, or it came out the evaporator. You know, it went out somewhere.
You're so picky with the way you expect people to respect facts.
Yeah, the way I expect people to respect facts. Well, tell me the truth. I might be
reality.
Tell me the truth. I might be interested in buying it. You know, but then they can't ask that much.
You're already in too strong of a bargaining position for them.
Yeah. Betty has been repaired. Took a right front hit. Tires wear evenly. Truck still drives straight down the road 70,000 miles later. Well, that's good. Yeah, I don't have a problem buying a car with a rebuild on it. I just wish they'd take pictures of it before the rebuild so I got an idea what happened. I looked at one today, and it was a Nissan Maxima, and it looked really good. And then it said it had a rebuild title, but all it needed was the rear bumper replaced. I'm looking at it, and it looks like, man, that car looks like the whole car was just painted. Well, they might have painted the whole car, but, you know, it was a 15-year-old car. It's like, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe the bumper was enough to make it totaled. I don't know, but I wish they would have taken a picture of it before they fixed it. Great Southern Land is Australia across the ditch. Oh. Dougster Wolverine Garage. Let good wheel drive straight down the road. Australia, the 7th.
Oh, I didn't mean to drop that on the ground.
You dropped a piston. Well, how, you know, that looks terrible on video. What's wrong with you? After I dropped the...
Yeah, right.
Man, I dropped that vibration dampener, whatever you call it.
Gravity's really grabbing on stuff.
I dropped it, and man, did I catch hell in the in the comments for that. Yeah. You've ruined it. You ruined your floor. You chipped your floor. You ruined that. You're gonna put that back on that engine. It's always gonna leak oil from now on. You know, it's like, come on. I responded to one of the guys. I said,
They laid into you.
They really laid into me. Man. It's like, you know, if I damaged it, I'll replace it. You know.
He really gave you hell, I gotta say.
Man,
I was pretty surprised about.
Yeah, it's probably a guy that never held a wrench before in his life, because if he had, he dropped something before. You know. Okay, so how is that one?
Pretty.
How's the dent?
There's
no dent, is there?
There's no dent, it's just dirt.
Yeah, there's so much carbon on it. You dented the carbon.
It's pretty gummed up. I'm glad. I don't know. This top
ring. Big West Island. Australia, the 700 Firth. But that could be 700 First or Firth. The 700 Firth Island of New Zealand. I think something's wrong with that. The Big West Island. Oh, don't let those Kiwis con you, Tavo. Tony dropped the crank on his Slant 6 once. Said it didn't hurt them. Thrum. Didn't hurt them.
They like that. It's a Mopar. They like that.
It was cushioned. I know people that crank has to be stood up. If it's ever laid down, they don't want to use it. It's like, you know, if that thing was that soft, set it down for a couple minutes. That crank's no good. Nah, I don't think so.
Maybe.
What was it made out of? Rubber? Rubber that rehardens after 3 seconds?
Rubber crank, that's right. I don't know. There's guys who say don't put your engine on a stand. You want to put it on a table because...
Yeah, you want to put it on a table. Don't put it on a stand because then the block warps.
The block will warp because it's not supported evenly.
700th and 1th. 700th and 1th. You guys eat kangaroos? I don't. I'm not sure I've ever even seen a kangaroo. You know what we do eat though, Kim, and I was thinking about it when I was eating that sausage you cooked.
Yeah, what's that?
We have that alligator that's frozen in the freezer.
Oh, we do have some game.
I want to eat that alligator. I got a taste for alligator. And we still have some.
What are you gonna season it with?
That stuff that I quit using so much, that Emerald Gassi's
I've been using that.
I know you've been using it.
When I cook when I use anything else, you cough.
Only Billy Fields. He sold kangaroo meat. Well, who's had kangaroo meat in here? Is it any good, or is that like a joke, or is it like a protected species? I don't know anything about it.
No, kangaroos are like bunny rabbits. They're a pest up there, I think, aren't they?
Pest.
Yeah, there's a lot of kangaroos. They're not endangered,
Cute.
and they're dangerous too. They're like wild boars. They'll kick your butt. They'll come and attack you and stuff. I heard.
What are those big birds that'll kick the shit out of you? What are those things? Ostrich. Yeah, I'm afraid to get near ostrich. I seen people walk right up to them and touch them, and I think you're crazy. Ooh, ostrich can kick your butt. Not a general rule, but it's available. A bit like venison is consumed in the States. It's game, okay. Can you go hunting in Australia, or did they take all your guns away, or can you like go check one out just to hunt? Or do you have to use a bow and arrow, or you're not allowed to hunt, or you got to throw rocks? I don't know. What happens down there?
They got boomerangs.
Boomerangs. Use boomerangs to hunt.
Boomerangs. They don't need no
That habits Billy feels when I get the urge. I just got to splurge. Dean Stevenson. Emus. Oh, yeah, emus. Put them Roo burgers on the Barbie. Yeah, I guess barbecue down there is the thing, right? Is the machine. Like here, barbecue is the meat. Out in California, where I grew up, barbecue is the thing with the fire. So if you said, I'm bringing the barbecue, out there, you're bringing the thing you're going to start the fire in. Here, if you say you're bringing the barbecue, it means you're bringing the meat. Got to really be careful. Bring the wrong thing. Public Enemy Love. Okay, so I don't know if Tavo asked him like 20 questions at once about hunting. Oh, and what about New Zealand? Are you allowed to have guns there, or same thing? Can you hunt? I'm not a hunter at all. Not that I'm opposed to it. It's like I always say, it's further down the list of things I want to do. So I spend my money on cars and machines and tools.
Can they still see what I'm doing? Yeah, they can.
Can they see you got your favorite wrench there? Kim, you never answered me about the other white basket. I'm gonna go look for it.
Oh, I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I'm not sure if you're talking to me.
Oh, okay. I was asking if you had it somewhere. Oh no, they're here. There's 3 of them here. They're all greasy. Okay. These guys right here. Kim, there's broken parts in here.
Yeah?
These are wrench drawers. There's broken parts in here. Oh, what is this? This is like caught. This, you know what this is?
No.
I think it's a
trash bin?
I think they're hog rings.
They are hog rings, yep.
You put hog rings in the wrench.
2 rings.
Hog rings in the wrench drawer.
That ring.
Tavo, guessing my answer got blocked due to keywords. We're on live chat. It shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, we see them.
Where is it?
Tavo.
Oh, maybe it got blocked down there. I don't know.
Tavo!
Okay, so I'll just yes and no me. Can you hunt in Australia? Are you allowed to hunt? Or maybe it takes more than that. Maybe you're allowed to hunt with some circumstances or something. It said we can hunt wabbits on private land with permission using highly regulated and licensed lead propulsion devices.
There you go.
Okay. It's like in Russia. Russia, they can hunt, but they got to belong to a club and go belong to the club and then go check out the lead propulsion device, and then it's highly regulated. Stupid. I bet they can't now. The current leader's probably afraid everybody. See what I'm doing? Where's the thing? I'm cleaning this out to make it so it's a acceptable level of cleanliness for me to put clean tools in. See, my wrench drawer, I keep these things in there, and I separate them by metric and by SAE, and kind of by size, like smaller wrenches, bigger wrenches, smaller and bigger SAE, smaller and bigger metric, and then they don't travel around in the drawer. Then they sort of stay in these trays, which I like. Okay, so what's going to be in here? Let's see here. We can hunt wabbits. Okay, we have wallabies, and they're fun to hunt. Yes, we can have guns, but there has been a whatever that word is. I'm not sure what that is. So we cannot hunt them. There are no assault weapons. You know, military style weapons they come from the Department of Defense, at least in the US. So I look at it like they're all defensive weapons. We have no Department of Assault. So they cannot be assault weapons.
Oh, in case anybody is curious, this is what the bearings.
Oh, bearings. Bearings.
Kim,
we got a real there, now we got to focus. So what size is it?
20 under.
It's 20 under. So the
can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. The
020.
So the rods are 20 under.
And it says the mains are 10.
So the crankshaft weighs less than it used to. Yeah. Right? I don't know what I got going here. Something's amiss. Something's amiss. Okay. Trying to get these clean. Doug says 20 under, eh? Yep, 20 under. The engine was supposed to be 20 under rods and 10 under mains. So it looks like they were. The guy that sold it to her was he was a knowledgeable character. He's a guy that has a shop that works on older cars. And
yeah, he didn't know a lot about this motor. It was a customer.
No, but he knew about it. I mean, he knew enough to tell you what it was. Right?
No, there's a reman tag on it.
Oh, so you just got that from the tag? You didn't get that from him? Oh, I thought you went over there knowing that.
No, I did not know that. I only know what it says on the tag.
Yeah, I think the bearings look good. I think this short block probably has very, very few miles on it. I think they had tremendous problems with this engine running right. So
yeah,
I think what they did was they changed the short block with a reman short block, and they put the old head on it and all the old systems, and it couldn't get it to run right. And eventually they put a new carburetor on it, and then they still couldn't get it to run right, and that's when Kim got it. So I don't know what do we got? You know, we got
and
got an engine that has almost no miles.
The amount of gunk that was in the fuel system, it tells the story that there was something in the tank and they didn't know that that's what was wrong. That was making the car run real bad. Real bad.
Steven Stills, stop. What's that sound?
So you could see.
Dean, I actually know that song.
How
okay, here we go.
The top end is.
What we got? Yeah. That's a carbone. Look at the top of that piston. Wow.
So we gotta get all these pistons cleaned up. I'm gonna take the top rings out, inspect the ring land. The ring lands, there's not loose or anything like that. I think it'll all clean up one at a time.
Really good and pass all the tests. We can have very regulated 22 or 12 gauge, but it has to be locked away separate from the lead bits. The enforcers all carry 357s. Yeah, of course. They get the good stuff. Let's see, Kim, now is the time to take a bunch of weight out of the heavy rotating assembly.
Man,
Make that thing twist up right now. You put all aluminum parts in it.
but if you do that, then you got to get it rebalanced. And machine work is expensive here, really expensive.
You know.
And the people I talk to who are like, "Oh yeah, you could do that. It's not that expensive." They're like Professor P. He works in the industry and he can get favors, so it's not expensive. But if I go someplace, they're gonna charge me premiums. Premiums I cannot afford. I'm just not wealthy like that. Plus, the engine is good the way it is. It's going to be a really good engine. And the other motor, I have time to invest in doing special stuff. This one will get the car running, and then the other motor can be...
Why is this so
fine.
filthy? You know what this is? This is a 12 millimeter that must have been... I bet this was in my radiator shop way back when, because it's rusty. And radiator shop tools get rusty. What's the date? Where's the date? There's no date code on this one.
Oh, that's right. Radiators shop.
Oh, radiator shops.
Rust tools.
But that's a 12. I use the 12. The ones in the radiator shops that get really messed up are the 16, 18 millimeters. I don't know. There's probably a few others. Ones that you rarely use. They really get rusty. 13. Yeah, there was a guy that bought airplanes from us when I was in the airplane business. He bought a lot of airplanes in New Zealand, and he was former police officer. And he said that he goes, "Oh, we weren't armed." Okay. Let's see here. Take weight out, Tavo. I really like 30 thou over 351s. RL Burnside in case of emergency, dial 357. This is a down under joke. Pete Steve said, we could send it to Arkansas with Ed Munchings. Ed Munchings.
Ed's Machines is...
Ed's Machine. He calls it Ed Munchings.
Ed's Machine is pretty well known on YouTube, machine guy, and I would love to have someone like that do work for me, and someday when I hit the lottery, I'm going to work with people like that.
We hit the lottery, but we're going to build a bigger building, and we're going to put our own machines in. You know how much fun you'd have turning cranks and machine it, boring cylinders. You would never be out of the shop. I know you.
You would have a hard time getting me to go to bed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you'd move the boring bar into your bedroom, and you'd be in there with that thing running while you're sleeping.
Oh, I might still do that. I didn't really forgot there might be room in there for it.
14.
Could be room.
14.
Boring bar in there.
New Zealand police are awesome. Most have access to armed offenders squad training. Dirt Road Landing. Good evening. This live stream just showed up on my YouTube page. What's up? Oh, you know what happened? We were doing a live stream and something cut out. We lost our connection and we couldn't get it back. So we ended up putting a live stream up. Probably doesn't have, we just did it in a hurry. Doesn't have a thumbnail or anything. So yeah, we're here. About a third of the people made the trip, and that was 45 minutes ago. So yeah, we're on kind of a strange, probably a strange looking thumbnail, or lack of thumbnail.
I don't know what the thumbnail looks like. Hi, welcome to the stream.
Kim.
We're working in the shop tonight, and we're working on a plant 6.
I know you're busy with something
Here.
else. Can you?
Get rid of all this
Well,
crud.
this is a tool.
Yes,
You can stay here. That is crud. That's
Yeah.
just crud.
I don't think there's any redemption to any of that crud. What do you
Use
think?
use hog rings, but you got some bolts and some
That-
screws in there are probably useful.
That's probably good.
I don't want
Screws
to
are
throw.
not high value items.
Hey, down under, do you have a tool called a bug assault? It looks like a. You can imagine what kind of weapon it looks like, but it's yellow and it's orange and colors and everything. But you fill it with salt and air, and you bam, and you can shoot flies with it, and it's like a shotgun for flies, and it takes them right out. My son has one of those. You know, he gets a fly in the house. It's like everybody wants that bug assault, and we go over there and we got bam, and the flies. You can imagine when they get, something the size of a fly gets salt spewed through it. it's
They
Takes
enjoy it.
takes the fly right out.
The-
Don't have to
the
walk
big-
her.
The grown children love it.
Yeah, the grown children like the bug assault.
They
You
love it.
don't have to run around with a fly swatter. Oh man. Both are 6-shooters. I had a law enforcement job like years ago for just a couple of years, and that's what we carried. We carried wheel guns, K-frame, Smith and Wesson, 38. They wouldn't let us have anything more powerful than a 38. So okay, guess that's what we carry. Never had to have it out or anything. I guess I had it out once, but it right back away because it wasn't going to have to use it. Yes, they use it at my workmate's house. Flies wouldn't be seen dead. Flies wouldn't be seen dead in my house. Flies wouldn't be seen dead. That means you keep them there alive?
Nope, they wouldn't be seen.
Girlfriend did 20 years in the Illinois Air National Guard. Oh, what'd she do there? What kind of job she have in the Air National Guard? See, I'm an Air Force guy, or was. I was Air Force, and then I was civilian doing stuff, civilian kind of aircraft, small aircraft, and then I worked for a defense contractor. I worked for the Navy NAVAIR for many, many years, and then I was an instructor. And my students were Marine Corps and Navy and Air Force. And then the end of my term working for a defense contractor, I worked for the Army. But the Army, I never seen any, the only Army people I saw were government people that were civilians. So, yeah, I've been around the military a lot. So I'm real interested in what people did in, especially Air National Guard. I know what you're talking about, Buff. Not sure if we have them, though, because gel blasters have to be registered as a firearm. So
Really?
maybe the bug assault would be. Yeah, look up, just go online on like Google Images and look up bug assault. They have like all different ones now. That came out, there was one, but they're like all different models of the bug assault now. It is a pretty funny thing, but it works, Yes, they're held hostage. You keep the flies held hostage. Is that why you're outside so often? She was a paralegal and retired as an E6 technical sergeant. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I was a jet engine mechanic, and I didn't retire. I was in 10 years, and I managed to somehow make E7 master sergeant before I got out, but I got tired of all the politics and everything and wussed out and left, went and did something else. And I thought I was going to be in a law enforcement career, but that didn't last very long. I was really disappointed in the politics there, too. Ended up going down the whole aircraft career, which was quite a bit more fun. For a while, I was flying manned aircraft. And enjoyed the heck out of that. And then ended up ended up with the whole unmanned, the UAVs, drones, that kind of stuff toward the end. I never thought I'd be working on fly-by-wire airplanes, but got about 15 years of that. So, yes, the politics were bad there. She said it had just become too woke. There's the word. Yeah, I don't know. I just, politics with us was, it just, I didn't know how to explain it. You could get promoted, but that doesn't mean you were going to get a good job. You could get promoted and end up driving around in a truck on the flight line with nothing to do, but just drive around, check on people, which was a nothing job. And that's not what you need to be doing. So now my son's done real well. He's in the Army, and my oldest son, and he's special forces, and he's an E9, and he's been in 23 years, I think. Coming up on 24 years, I think. So he's I don't know. He just fits into that real well, I guess. He tells me, I said, what are you going to do for excitement when you retire? And he says he wants to go work in Washington, D.C. in the Pentagon or something. I'm like, oh my God, I could never do that. That's like the ultimate worst politics there is.
The opposite of what he would want to do.
That's like, no. Isn't there like somewhere out in the country where there's cows and stuff and I don't have to see anybody? I don't want to see anybody I work with. Except Kim. I mean, this is fun because, I don't work for somebody. We just work and get stuff done. Very non-political work. Kim, that stuff really smells funny. I haven't figured it out yet what that smell is. It's not gasoline. What did they put in that car? Let me smell that again. What is that? I can't put my finger on that. It's not gasoline. Or if it's gasoline, it's very little gasoline and something else. Man, somebody put something in that car. No wonder it didn't run. You can go hunting and fishing and get bugs. Yes, the politics bad. Yeah, I wish I can retire and live out in the woods and split firewood all day. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some of that. We're like about out of split firewood.
You can come here and split firewood all you like.
Yeah, I retired. Retirement, man, it's not all it's cracked up to be unless you have a job that has an actual retirement. I'm on Social Security, and I pay my bills every month and have like this much money left, which is why I got to the point where I'm monetized on YouTube, and I'm trying to build a YouTube channel. Toluene, it's not toluene. I know that smell. I know that smell well, but it's not toluene. Pentagon
what
fun
would
fact.
toluene be in here for?
I don't know. Something was put in that guy's gas tank. Something. And I don't recognize that smell. It's definitely like a solvent smell, but it's not a solvent that I smell every day. And I don't recognize it. Normally a smell, I can recognize. I can't name it right off within a couple hours. Like, oh, I know what that is. But I don't know what that is.
Did they maybe put too much in that batch of gas or something?
Something in that. Yeah, they put something in that gas. It's not gasoline. I don't know what it is. Yeah, we need do we have like a microphone that we can put the smell and they can all smell it?
Yeah, smell-o-vision, turn it. Oh, you know what? It's in the studio.
The smell-o-vision's in the studio?
I left it in the house. I didn't know we were going to need it tonight. I'll bring it out next Tuesday. We'll turn on the smell-o-vision.
Octane booster. 245T. I don't know what 245T is. Or dioxin? What's dioxin?
Oh, that sounds bad. Dioxin sounds poison.
Yes. Smellorama. Paraquat. Smellorama. The one I want is when we're cooking something, we can stick this paddle in it. And then everybody has a paddle, like a USB paddle in their computer. And they stick that in their mouth on their tongue, and they can taste the food we're eating. So your pina colada fuel scent. Oh, I wonder if that's a fuel scent stuff.
We did have a bunch of that pina colada fuel scent.
But that's not what that smells. That doesn't smell like pina colada. But I don't know. Maybe
Does it
that.
smell like getting caught in a ring?
No idea
Does it
what
smell
that
like
is.
making love at midnight?
That smell is just. I don't know. It seems to be a good solvent. I'm glad we have it. I'm glad it didn't burn when I got in that crash, because I wouldn't have been able to get out of that car. I wouldn't have been able to get out of that car. Magnesium-based MBT. It's MBT. Magnesium-based.
No, they're getting
See,
fancy.
here we are. Yeah, Dean is quite the scientist, and I am until I talk to Dean, and then he goes over my head real quick.
Dean is off the chain. He knows all this.
Come on, Dean. Let's talk about something more simpler, like fishing products.
We can please,
Like
so we can entertain
fishing products,
Minneapolis.
like cesium and some of the things we get that way. Oh man. Oh, Kim, this is goobed up. Goobed up. Look at this. Look at this. Came out of this wrench. Ugh. That came out of the box end of the wrench. Or what do you call it? The ring end. The ring end of the wrench down under. Yeah, so Dirt Road Landing. Where are you? You said your girlfriend was at which now I screwed up. Which Air National Guard? Don't remember. Just wondering where he is. Of course, that doesn't mean he's still there. 3/4. Oh man. 1:57 a.m. in Michigan. What time is it? What time is it here, Kim? Is that right? Oh yeah, it's about the same here.
Are you looking at the temperature again?
I'm looking at the, see, we have a clock and we have a thermometer. And when I want to see what time it is and I look at the thermometer, it doesn't work. Ends up wrong.
Well, it used to be we only had a thermometer, and he'd say what time it is, and look at the thermometer, and then he'd be really disappointed.
This is stuck. Oh yeah. Okay, so Dirt Road Landing. I was just wondering where you are. If you're in, yeah, where are you? I will have a cesium and a cesium and desist order. I can't get this off here. Oh, we probably need to pry. This socket doesn't seem to want to come off. This
Doesn't have a good release mechanism.
oh, where is that on there? No, there's no button to push. It's just on there. Oh, that's gonna fall on the floor if I keep doing that. Okay, I got it released. It's almost released. Ugh. Yeah, that was stuck. One-eyed cat, 1:59 a.m. Central Pennsylvania. One-eyed cat, do you normally stay up this late, or is that our fault? Yeah, 1-inch socket. And as somebody pointed out to me in the comments, non-impact rated. They pointed out how stupid I was to put a non-impact rated socket on a on electric impact wrench.
How dare you?
I have done that so much of my life, and I think my whole life I think I've split one socket, and it was a 1/2 inch 12-point snap-on. And it's like, yeah, I would expect that to break. But you know why I did that? It's so I could get down in somewhere, you know. And it was a skinny socket that got down in there. Of course, I had more of them, so I was able to finish the job, but yeah, I had to replace it. Oh, this is a great wrench. This is a snap-on. Where's the camera? Right there. This is a snap-on, 1/2 inch drive, one of this style ratchets. It's old military, has an E on it, which means emergency, which is 1944. This was made in 1944.
Your wrench, sir.
I like
wait,
that.
no, not your
I
wrench.
love this stuff. This is like a collection of tools. It's like historic collection, but I can use them every day.
Can you
Okay.
see the 40 over stamp on there?
Yes, I can.
It's a vintage piston from a Slant 6. It's very good. Yes.
One-Eyed Cat also has a great haircut
Ooh, smells like gasoline.
and is sweeter than a flower. I'm in Chicago. 0-100 hours right now. Really? Oh yeah, you're right. 0-100. Yeah, because we're in the same time zone. We're in Tennessee. So, are the roads still all dug up in Chicago? I used to live in, you know where Rantoul, Illinois is? I lived in Rantoul, and I used to drive back and forth to Wisconsin. And going through Chicago was always like the land of road construction. I don't know. I used to just laugh at it. Try to go through there in the middle of the night when it was easier. Heading to bed right now.
Who's
Good
that?
time. Dougster.
Yeah.
Okay,
all right.
our fear's gonna have to come back.
Yeah, I'm afraid Dougster is leaving.
But you can use a long bar on it. Yeah, you could put a pipe over that and it wouldn't break. Dougster, have a good one. In fact, Kim, I'm sure, was using this with a pipe over it and
No, I would not.
breaking. Oh, you weren't?
No.
You won't break that. Alright, Cat. No, not normally. This last just AM tonight. No one's fault but my own. You know,
Can you
I
see
don't
it?
I don't know
See
what it
what I'm
is,
doing?
but 3.
3.
We come out here late in the evening and this is just a nice time to work, you know.
We started at
We start
10:30.
10:30 tonight.
I was out here earlier.
And she was out here earlier. Dirt Road Landing says, I know Rantoul. See, I was there a long time ago. I'm 70 now. I was in Rantoul when I was 19. I was at Chanute Air Force Base when it was an Air Force base, and now it's a just part of the town. It's kind of an industrial area or something, I guess. I have been there since then, but haven't spent a lot of time. I love Tennessee. It's God's country. Tennessee's a nice place, mostly. No cheater bars here. 3 in the corner.
I have used cheater bars, but not on his vintage snap-on tools. I'll
Close
find something junky.
encounters of the third kind. If you break this, which I don't think you will, I can still put a kit in it. You know, my friend Dave that's in
Yeah, but
Massachusetts, he's a snap-on guy, and he's got all his kits and
It's not a
everything.
breaking, it's more marking it all up with a bar.
Oh, I see.
I
Okay.
know that it's a vintage tool. Try and be easy.
That tool survived World War II in some form. It's in some kind of a shop, and eventually the military got rid of it. Why am I struggling with this camera not being where I want it to be? I gotta move it a little.
You're bumping the table, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I guess I'm more in the center now. Close encounters of the third kind. That's a 12. That belongs up there.
What's the third kind? I was
Okay.
keeping my hands out of this, and now I'm elbow deep in cancer-causing stuff.
You don't even know what it is.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's not healthy, whatever
Sure,
it
it's
is.
not good. Look, Puff has arms on both sides of the screen. Oh, do I? Let's see. How do I do this?
Yep.
Oh, I do. I go out this side. This is proof the earth is round because I go out this side and it comes through on the other side.
I don't know if that is.
I was watching some crazy guy on YouTube a couple of days ago, a flat earther. Oh man, he had all the answers. And I'm like, Antarctica's a big, like a mountain of ice, all this circuit. He had a model of the earth and it was flat and it had a bubble over it. He goes, yeah, there's a bubble, it keeps the atmosphere in because there's a vacuum up above. Otherwise, the atmosphere just go out into this, wherever it goes, into this vacuum. The guy was crazy.
Who made that?
And I'm thinking,
Ancient
oh, man.
aliens.
The guy was crazy. Uh-oh, did we just lose something? Kim, I don't have any sound. What's wrong?
Scroll
Oh,
down.
there we go. Yep,
Sure,
it's
okay.
there. Um, so,
Yeah, flat earthers
so
are kind of
flat
class.
earthers are, I don't know, is anybody here a flat earther? I'm like,
But is that religion? Is that protected speech?
I don't know, flat earthers are, they're crazy. It's obvious that it's round, but then, you know, when you look at the sun, clearly everybody can see the sun is flat, right?
I can. I don't know that anybody even.
Nobody ever even thought about that.
I don't think anybody's even disputed it.
Well, that's my answer to flat earthers. You're going to stand there and give a talk about how the earth is flat with your model of the flat earth in your hand? And then, in the introduction on YouTube, this guy says, known around the globe as an expert on the flat earth. I'm thinking, really?
He's trolling himself.
Well, you know who did the interview. There's a guy that calls himself Not a Rubicon, because his wife has a Jeep that's a Rubicon, and he has a Jeep that's not a Rubicon. So his channel is Not a Rubicon, and he had the guy on as a guest. Is over an hour of this guy talking about flat Earth, and it was pretty much hilarious. Okay, Kim, I think all this stuff is pieces to the dart. Sure looks like it. It looks like, probably looks like wheel bearings and adjusters. I'm going to take this adjuster and clean it up because it's right here and I don't like it not clean. Dean Stevenson, UFO reports that have radar confirmation. These supposedly try to offer harder evidence than the objects are real. Oh, that the objects are real. Although radar propagation could be occasionally discredited due to atmospherics. I was in the Bermuda Triangle, you hear? Yeah, Bermuda Triangle, there you go. Man, this is stuck. This adjuster is completely stuck, Kim.
Oh, well, just put it in a vise and give it a grab.
It needs a grab and a twist.
Yeah.
I need some pliers. Well, I just ran this down. I'll get it. I'm gonna get it and clean it all up.
Yeah.
Okay, you got that back in the. You got that. You're trying to. Oh. 4. Not on a golf course.
Number your pistons so you can put them back together where they went. You don't want to change them.
Number the holes so you remember where they go. Okay, got that end held. Now I need a big pair. Kim, do you have any channel locks over there? What's this? I don't think I have any. I do not have channel locks over here.
I do not, but I could get you some.
Can you grab me a pair of channel locks? Because there's a lot of stuff between me and the toolbox.
And
you can
repair on that brake part right this minute.
Yeah, why not? I'm cleaning tools.
You are welcome.
I can clean this very easily. Ooh, what happened? Everybody dropped out. Oh
Everybody
no.
dropped out.
Up to there we go. Well, this happens sometimes. It'll drop way down, come back up, and I don't know why. I think they alternate tab to another screen or something.
Everybody left.
Yeah, everybody left.
Something.
I don't know.
Okay. Let me set this down. Hey, what was the thing you needed?
Just the channel locks, yeah, like something that'll fit over a star adjuster. Adjuster kit is only a few bucks. Well, I'll fix the star adjuster. It's not that hard to fix.
Mini channel locks.
That'll work.
These ones?
That'll work, yeah. I just need to turn this and get it broken loose and then loop it up and it'll be good. Because I don't think these wear out. They just get frozen up. Ooh, maybe this is too frozen up. Oh my god, this is really frozen up. Ooh. You're right. One-eyed cat. Maybe this will be a new one. Maybe it'll need a new one.
Maybe. Things have happened.
Oh, it's skidding. Ooh.
Really? You're gonna run it up, huh?
I don't want to tear it up. I want it to.
Maybe take the end cap out and soak it down.
Maybe will that? Oh, there's no end cap. What it needs is maybe some
Heat?
penetrant. Heat. Once you put heat on it, then it's a replace. Then it's an item that needs to be replaced. I don't want to put heat on it.
Oh.
I appreciate working on an old adjuster, but see, I worked in a brake shop back then. And we had to make these work, but of course they weren't 50 years old then. They were much younger than that.
Much.
Oh man! Oh! Yeah, I've never seen one this tight. This is tight. Kim, what'd you do to this?
You want me to get it?
What are you gonna do?
It'll come right off. Does it?
Yeah, if you put that torch on it, turn it red.
No, it just knows me.
It knows you.
It knows it's my
Oh.
car.
Yeah, it's
And
your
I
car. It
said-
knows it needs to come loose.
All right, now, which was it slipping on the vice grip part?
Yeah, it was slipping on the vice grip part.
Let me use my
For
muscle.
octane boosters, T smoke could be methyl, whatever that was.
That's a tight one.
Tertiary, butyl, ether. Oh, MTBE. Okay, I just didn't know what all the words were. Methanol,
Sometimes it can
ester,
fall this.
tertiary, butyl, ETBE, and TAME. Well, if you're earning that, adjust. Now Kim's got it. Did you get it? Are you kidding me? Oh, you stuck something in there. I know
I
what you
stuck
did.
screwdriver.
Yeah, I know what you did now.
It's broke loose now, but it needs worked.
It needs work.
Yep.
It's a smart idea. Why didn't I think of that? Oh yeah, this turns real
Because
easy
Kim
now.
fixes things.
Because Kim fixes things. I mean, Kim's smarter than Buff. Spray a little more of this juice in there. Everything's so slimy with lube. Because I'm trying to get this oil all over my hands and everything. What's tonight? Saturday night?
Yeah.
Why do we have so few people in here on Saturday night? It should be like everybody in here.
Why? Because other people have lives.
Have lives?
They have
Yeah.
to be at church in the morning. Yeah. There's all kind of reasons why you can't just stay up late on Saturday night and watch a live stream. They don't even know we're here.
Does anybody even know we're here? Well, right now, 4 people know we're here.
Like 4 people. That's all. You know,
Does it smell amyl nitrate-ish? I don't know what that is. Kim, what is that smell? Such a strange smell.
pretty bad. I'm gonna go and.
Kim, you may have to buy another adjuster. This is really rough.
You can get it apart. It'll
Yeah, I think I can get it apart. Yeah, once I get it apart, I'll just go over to the buffing wheel. I'll just go to the wire wheel and clean the threads up.
I've rarely ever had to throw them away, but you know, stranger.
Tavo says he's having trouble staying awake on Sunday afternoon. Oh yeah, it's Sunday afternoon there. Yeah, it's not Saturday night, it's Sunday afternoon. So what's going on Sunday afternoon in Australia, out where you are? Is it a nice day out there? Oh, it's getting to be springtime, isn't it? Oh, it's probably starting to get nice there.
Start getting dizzy from these fumes
We're going to get dizzy from the fumes.
pretty soon, I would think.
Send these fumes to Izzy. Give him more dizziness. I skipped Saturday night mass with my Polish friend just to be here. Oh man, all of a sudden it started turning easy. Coming apart.
I knew you could do it. knew all along.
It got past the rough spot. Just spinning now.
I knew all
Very
along.
spring kind of day. You know, that's my favorite season. You know, spring's pretty nice. You know, here all the leaves have fallen off the trees and everything, and they start coming back. And yeah, we get some rainstorms come through, but grass starts growing again, and the cold goes away. And here it gets kind of cold here. So yeah, I like it. Kim, can you keep everybody entertained for a minute? Oh, you know what? I can't get at that outlet over there, that electrical outlet, can I?
Which one?
Over there where the buffing wheel is.
Yeah, you can, because I've got an extension cord.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
I don't know. It might be a little bit tight.
I'm gonna go over there and try to clean this up a little bit. I need to find some white lithium grease. Let's see. Yeah, you cleared this up. Better than it was.
It's different. I don't know about better, but it's different.
Different enough that I can reach.
This garage is so stuffed full of things. 2 slant sixes, Dodge Dart. They can't see the car. You know what?
350 Chevy.
Boy, we got to get that 350 Chevy either out of here or into a project or something.
You got this thing, something resting on it, so I can't move it.
Okay, I'll come over and help you. Can you get it, or do you?
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Okay, I know it's a mess.
There. Maybe more. Maybe more noise.
That's one filthy thing. He's over there working, guys. Oh. Cabo says go west. Dean Stevenson says Buff is going east. To go west, he'll end up in Colombia. Dean Stevenson says we can bend the space-time continuum, One-Eyed Cat. Ooh. Time is a construct, but day and night is sort of a more realistic thing, occurrence. The passage of which is sort of difficult to ignore. Something's happening.
Okay, enough of the noise. Anybody still here?
Nope, they all left.
Oh, yeah, people are here. We got 8 people here now. We doubled our audience. Okay, so now we have doubled
Thanks for
our
hanging
friends.
out.
Yeah, we like our friends here. So it's day-night reversal. North to Alaska. Go west. Go west. Life is peaceful. End up in Colombia. Going east to go west. Yeah, we have to. Oh man, did I get filthy? Let's see here. I'm still Swedish rounding up the numbers. Kim, where's the other piece? Did I set it somewhere? Where's the other piece?
5. There's 5.
Oh, here's the other piece.
Did you find some lithium grease? You want me to?
No, I'm trying to just melt all this stuff out of here, and it's doing quite well now.
There you go.
Oh, until it gets to there, and then it stops. Yeah, oh yeah, there.
Our money has basically become worthless, so our time is now our only asset.
Is that how it is? Well, it kind of always was that way, isn't it?
I don't know.
Well, some of my money, when I was working every day, I had enough money. I could buy anything normal I want.
I mean, it gives us an
couldn't buy
excuse to
anything
come
I
out and
want.
stream.
Couldn't
You
buy.
guys need some company too.
Otto, hello from Pennsylvania.
Oh, welcome.
How you doing?
I'm from Pennsylvania.
She's from Pennsylvania.
I
What
grew
end
up
of
in-
what end of Pennsylvania you from? Yeah, tell
Otto
us.
sounds like Eastern Pennsylvania, not Western. I'm
Why?
from Western Pennsylvania. I don't know. It just sounds like a Philly kind of name.
Sounds like a Philly kind of name. It could be a College Station, Pennsylvania.
Oh,
And a comet worth looking for mid-October for a few weeks. Oh, really? Oh, there's a comet. Is there? I've heard something like that
is it
recently.
going to hit us and kill everyone? Because don't tease me if that's going to happen.
Yeah, I lived in Pennsylvania for a while. I lived in Sharon, Pennsylvania, and I lived in Conneaut Lake, near Conneaut Lake, at a guy's house there for a while. But mostly Sharon, Pennsylvania, and I had some other jobs in that area. Zion Grove, 10 miles from Hazleton. Kim, where's Hazleton?
Yeah,
I don't know where Hazleton is.
Must be out east because I don't know the area.
Or in the middle. Yeah, I don't know.
Not where I'm from, or else I would know.
You spent a lot of time there, Kim.
What?
Like your whole life.
Pennsylvania? Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. So if it was in my part of the state, I mean Pennsylvania. Very.
I lived in Pennsylvania when I was quite a while ago. It was, oh yeah, that was like 30 years ago, more. I lived in Pennsylvania in 93, 94, 95. So it was 30 years ago. Yeah, some of that. I worked for a guy that Hazleton, Eastern Pennsylvania is what One Eyed Cat says. So you are right, Kim. You are right. I worked for a guy there that did float conversions on aircraft. So I was an airplane guy. So I was designing some stainless contraption to hold the floats. Contraption, that's a good word for an airplane part. Contraption to hold the floats on that we could easily remove floats and then put landing gear down. So it was one of those kind of projects. I worked for him for a couple of years. Got my float plane checkout, rating, whatever, while I was there. So I didn't really like flying float planes a lot, but it's a skill that I acquired while I was there. And then I moved on to other stuff. So he says, okay, so One Eyed Cat says I'm in Williamsport, mid-central, and Otto says I'm right on the Schuylkill. What is that, Kim? Schuylkill Lucerne County line. You know where that is? Somewhere in eastern PA.
Yeah, way east. For me, I'm west all the way almost to Ohio. So.
And then I had friends in Easton, Pennsylvania, for a while, but I lost track of them. They were good friends, and they just, I don't know, I can't get a hold of them for years. So I don't know. You know how people change phone numbers and people change stuff, and yeah. Schuylkill. Oh, that's Schuylkill. Schuylkill County and Lucerne, I don't know, Lucerne County. Hey, One Eyed Cat, where are the Nelsons? Where do they live? I don't mean their address. I mean, what part of the state do they live in? I know they're kind of out in the eastern side somewhere, or maybe central. I'm thinking you might know. And I sure missed them at No Name Nationals, but they had a lot going on. They were in John's Live last night. The Nelsons, they are some, like Verado and anybody that doesn't know, they are some real racer people, man. They father son, both engineers. They build some really cool stuff, fast cars, and a lot of them have the 6-cylinder, what is it, 4200 GM engine, and man, those things run like big V8s. Let's see, lower central towards east a bit. Okay. Okay, so they're about 125 to 150 miles from you. I thought they were like further east. But
We're in Clarksville, Tennessee.
well, actually we're south of Clarksville. Clarksville's the nearest
The only thing
town
that's
of
anywhere
any
near us.
size, yeah.
Actually, Clarksville's a pretty good sized city.
Clarksville's what, 160,000 now, I think.
It's not a big city, but it's one of the bigger cities. It's
Well,
in Tennessee, so
It was about 120 when I moved here in 06. And now it's 160 something. Ginormous turbo double overhead cam 6s. Yeah, man, they make some running 6s. They make some running 6s, don't they? Kim, you're the entertainer again.
Oh, okay.
I've got to go back to the we.
All right. He's cleaning stuff up. I'm cleaning stuff up too.
lithium grease?
Probably in cabinet.
What, that food cabinet?
Yeah, and if you can't get to it, well, if you can't, just ask me for help. I will help. This one is nearly done. We almost got all these pistons cleaned. That's a big man. That's exhausting. I mean, it was pistoning, not exhaust. We didn't do anything with the exhaust. We pistoned. Okay, wait. I'm paying attention to chat. Okay. Buff and Kim, I need to get along. Thanks for the... Okay. Thanks for being here. We appreciate seeing you. We'll be around again soon. I think we're taking tomorrow and Monday night off, so we'll be on Tuesday. That's right, Dean. Take the last train to Clarksville.
Last train to Clarksville. I'm having a hard time even getting across the room.
I am washing pistons, which is kind of like doing dishes. It's buried. I'll get to it. All you need is some lithium grease. I'll go get it.
I'm getting it. Just stay there.
All right. I'm here to entertain us. Here we are now. Entertain us. Do 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 do. Entertain us. Yeah. Do 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 do. Hey. Do 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 do. Oh.
Kim, what I'd really rather have is that brake grease that's an anti-seize.
I'm pretty sure it's...
That is?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Right there. Don't you see it?
No, I do not.
You know why?
Moved it.
You don't see it because if I was over there, I'd have had it.
Yeah, I'll get the hell.
Be careful. He's going to break his leg.
Jumper cables.
I know. I told you not to step on it.
Man, can't get there from here.
Well, we've got 20 pounds of automotive stuff in a 15-pound garage.
A Subaru engine.
I know. Well, I would have the Subaru engine out of here, but I can't get the skid steer to start because I'm not...
The worst engine we have is a Subaru.
You know, we should say nice things about Subarus because they do a lot of
Well, you know, it
advertising.
probably ran for a long time before it got to that point.
You know who's been doing a lot of advertising on my YouTube? Is
I
some
have
kind of fleece.
some.
People selling fleece. I guess it's
What is
fleece
fleece?
season.
Is that like something off a animal?
It's clothes. Yes. They harvest it off.
Oh, I'm back. Okay, what did I miss? Oh, one-eyed cat's taken off. Okay,
Yeah, he's gone.
he's gone. Okay, well, good night. Well,
Oh, Tim's
I,
been looking for new SSD. Yeah, I did some SSD shopping not long ago.
SSD, isn't that a Pontiac? No, that's something else.
Yeah. No, that's a well,
SS.
it's a GM.
What is that fancy Pontiac Bonnevilles from the 90s? SS something, yeah. A terabyte of storage, yeah. I got a couple of those. I got one of those, one or two of them. But mine are externals. I remember one time that was just a ridiculous thing.
Mm-hmm.
A terabyte.
That was like a joke amount.
That was a joke amount. You know how old I am? Old enough that I remember when I got my first hard drive, it was over a gig, and it was SST was an AMC. The Pontiac Bonneville SSD was an SST. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up. I remember it was like a 91 Bonneville that I just loved that thing, and it was something like that. Might not even been SS. Okay, so if any of you care, I wanted to show this to One-Eyed Cat because he didn't think we'd get it, but this is working very nicely. I'm gonna have to open it up and let it just get the liquid stuff out of it. This end's turning. This end right here is turning. It's all working. Okay, so Kim, I'm gonna set this here. I'm gonna take it apart and set it here on this rag to let the what do you call it? The light oil come out of it, so we can put some grease. I want to find that remember there was a copper colored anti-seize that I had was specifically made for brake parts. Yeah, I have two other kinds of anti-seize over there. One is nickel, which is especially for exhaust, and there's another one that's just good old standard nasty anti-seize that makes your hands all terrible. And then there's that copper stuff. Where'd you find that?
Couldn't I shelf where the copper anti-seize hides?
The copper anti-seize shelf?
Yep. Hey, you want to turn this big camera off?
Why?
Because I'm turning it off.
I am much too dirty to touch a mouse. I'll see what I can do. Oh, you turned it off. So I have to go to there. I don't know why I had to buy special anti-seize for brakes, but I did because I got all carried away with. I was trying to do a brake job on my Ford van out in a parking lot in Maryland, where there was lots of room, but it was a dirt parking lot. So I put the big piece of wood down and not mouse dirt, dirty mouse. So, I had to buy, I had no grease. So I bought this item. And, so I use it on brakes because I have it. Oh, I was going to mix up more of that, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I forgot. Okay, that's the next job after this. Mix up more of that.
Okay, make it strong.
Oh, God, this is some, you know what this looks like? Oh, yeesh. I think it's worse than normal anti-seize. I don't know. It's pretty goopy. It's supposed to be for brake parts. So, yeah, what's the SS? I don't know. I can't look it up right now. There's a Pontiac Bonneville. They made them in 90, 91, and maybe 92 or 3. And it was something like that. It said some letters after it. The 91 was my favorite one. But those are getting so old now. And they probably, most of them probably went away in the Cash for Clunkers debacle. Too much. I overdid it with the anti-sneeze. That's what I need. Anti-sneeze. Jeez, I made a mess. Kim, look.
Yeah, working now, huh?
This is so nice. There, you have a good star adjuster.
That's great. It'll be ready to go when it's time to.
Can you hand me that bottle I need to refill? Yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah, that one needs to be refilled, but that one's empty. I need the one to wash first because
Okay.
I'm beyond touching anything.
Yep.
Pontiac Grand Prix SCE. Yeah, I guess there were those.
I'm so dirty that the green soap doesn't even cut it anymore.
The Grand Prix. What was the Grand Prix they had like in 07? Had a crosswise Chevy LS in it. The GXP. Man, I had one of those on a mini lease one time. Man, I went 146 miles an hour in it, something like that.
In Mexico.
Yeah, in Mexico. Yeah, right. Yeah, I guess I can't incriminate myself. I'll have to say some of the country where they won't come after me. I'm probably long past the statute of limitations. I'm probably long past the statute of limitations by then. Buy a sheet of plywood and a 50-foot double insulated electric cord and strap it to the roof. And lay on it out in the car park and do your service on dirt.
No.
Oh, jeez.
I'll pass. This is bad. And I've done plenty of stuff. Look at some of my old videos. I was working on my van in a parking lot under a bridge in the city when I lived in Pittsburgh. That was for real, for real. I was under a bridge in a park. It was a public park. And eventually the police came and said, you can't work on your van here, so I had to leave. But for about a week, I put new upper and lower ball joints in that van on both sides.
That's where you made your videos doing that?
That was where I was at first.
I remember. First time I saw you, you were doing sheet metal work under that van. And you'd made yourself a brake out of some kind of wood.
Some pieces of wood.
It was great. I said, I got to meet her. And then I went to No Name Nationals the next year. She was there. So
it was the same year.
It was later the same year, I guess. Let's see, what is this? That's not what I want. Oh, I did do that. Okay, I want
that washing machine was crazy.
Then I want. Oh, you saw the washing machine video. Oh, that thing was filthy.
Oh.
What did it smell like? I didn't have the smell, but I sure looked like it had the smell.
I
mean,
use your imagination. It smelled like, I didn't really know that laundry detergent could go rancid, but yep, smelled like rancid laundry detergent. And we honestly did not know that it was. We thought it was destroyed and it was just full of water, and we were trying to figure out how we were going to move it. And yeah, I plugged it in. It just pumped itself out. And it was like, oh, this is great. And then the smell. I think it became a Ford. I mean, I'm sure by now they've melted it down into something. What are you looking at? Cars for sale.
I'm trying to refresh my memory. The Bonneville was called an SSEI. or was it just an SSE? In 91, it was an SSE. Man, I like those cars.
It did become a Ford. I forgot that that's the sheet metal. I used that sheet metal
Which used the sheet metal from what?
from that filthy washing machine.
Washing machines. We have more washing machine sheet metal right here.
Yeah, I still have pieces.
I
of
see.
it.
We were out at the convenience center and they have a big dumpster and people throw metal in there. And we go by there and there'll be like filing cabinets. I go, those idiots, don't throw that away. That's sheet metal, you know? Or we'll see an old washing machine in there. It just is sickening because once it's in the bin, you're not allowed to take it. So it becomes property of the county. So they do something with it. But one day I saw a whole stack of bicycles in there. It's like somebody threw away like 30 bicycles in the metal bin. I'm like, oh man, look at all the tubing. Oh, geez. Because I'm a scavenger when it comes to that kind of stuff.
I know. I watch Zip Ties and Bias Plies, and they can go to the dump, pick up stuff.
That which I love the most. Okay, let's see
Pure
here.
joy. Yes.
So, who is Joy?
I did have some good times with the van.
Kim, is there another one of these?
Yeah.
Where is it? Because this is a full one.
Okay, I'll
I
go
think I
find
got
it
one that's
for you.
not full.
Let me just get up and get it for you.
Well, I thought it was here, and I looked over there, and it's not there.
I should brought it.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's almost gone.
Well, that's good. I'd rather have it gone before I open the new one. Got some simple green. It's going to become some not so simple green, or maybe simple green concentrate that's going to become.
Oh, do you want a funnel?
I think I can do this. The full one, I might need a funnel.
Make it pretty strong there.
Yeah, it needs more. Okay, sorry about that. This is now a water bottle
Empty.
and empty. It's not empty.
Was
It has,
there another one?
it's not empty. It has air in it.
Was there another one of these over here?
Yeah, this
That was
one.
open?
No, it's this one. Oh, we've got some in the laundry room that are in that I poured it into something else because we had them out at the test site and they didn't want to put them in. Oh, this one's open, or is it? Yeah, this one's been open. They didn't want to put the ones in the test site. They would have had to put them into some kind of hazmat. They said, "Get that stuff out of here." And a couple of us poured it into other jugs and took it.
Tim says he spent the day pressure washing wooden furniture from the front porch. That's rewarding to see
Where's
it
the
come
water?
clean, if it comes clean. Right here.
Oh, it's right way,
Oh, my
way,
wrist hurts.
way over there, right here.
And having to replace half the rain gutters on the front of the house. That sounds like a big job replacing gutters.
Spend the day pressure washing the wooden furniture from the front.
Our gutters are
Our gutters are a
full of
mess.
gunk. At least there's not poison ivy growing up into them anymore.
Well, only on half the house. Right where I want to put the radio antenna, the ham radio antenna, there is a huge poison ivy factory right there.
Yeah.
Oops, I spilled some.
Do you have shorts for tomorrow morning?
No, we still have to record some shorts.
Oh, we gotta. Once we're done with the green stuff, we gotta do that.
Got to record shorts. What am I going to do for shorts?
I don't know.
You wanted this. Here, let's see if it works. Do an ops check. Nope, got to loosen that first. Look at that. You got a new one.
I'm dirty.
Okay, then are using Plastic Tim. Plastic Tim. Oh, I see there's a comma there. Who is Plastic Tim? Okay, more.
Oh yeah, the up and down the ladder will wear you out. Well, that's good. That's like physical therapy, Tim. Think of it as you know, you don't have to go to the gym this week because you got your reps in, your steps in, or your reps in, or whatever it is. I know I got mine. Chasing this motor down, pulling all this stuff out.
It's arts and crafts, people.
Arts and crafts.
Yep.
Kim does.
Elderly enrichment.
Kim does arts and crafts.
It's enrichment. I don't knit. I do a little sewing. You've seen that.
She's done some sewing.
So some sewing,
But
but
your arts and crafts are a lot of time like taking a gauge apart and
some people,
detailing the inside of it and making it into a good
I mean,
gauge.
some people don't see working on a car as arts and crafts, but most of it is actually. Old car like this, most of it is. There's no money in it. Nobody's ever gonna.
Oh, there's
pay me-
money in it.
No,
It's just not don't get money out of it.
yeah, there's money in it, but that's
Yeah.
it's not a job. I don't get paid. This car will never be super valuable. I mean, it's more valuable, but not more valuable than what I've put in it. The sweat equity will never pay. It's just a dart, but it's lovely.
I think I spilled some. And you see where this was broken, so I put it together with some tubing.
I mean, now that the frame's getting
Ooh, it's
fixed,
gonna fall.
did I tell you how bad the drive shaft was rubbing on the bottom of the body?
No, is that what that noise was?
Yeah. You know
Okay.
why? That drive shaft's bigger around than the factory one. It's a larger diameter. And that tunnel isn't made for a big drive shaft, so when it rubbed, it wasn't rubbing the tires, it was rubbing the drive
The
shaft.
drive shaft. Yeah, I thought it was the tires rubbing the wheel well, but
Yeah,
that was a good guess.
To
well, when we
shorten
took
one
when we
drive
took the
shaft.
stuff out of the trunk. Oh, here you go, Kim. This is another
Great.
one. You can put this one over there with that one,
Lovely. Da, da, da,
and then
da, 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 da,
and this is the water we have left.
da, da, da,
There's actually quite a bit of water left. Oh, I know what I need. Jeez, I handed that to you. I really need it. I need it for me. Thank you.
Saw you with a magic wand yesterday. Horizontal unfurled coil spring. Darn right, Dean Stevenson.
They're not unfurled. They were never furled.
Hopefully one more day and I'll be done so I can get back to the truck before it snows. Oh man, I feel you there, Tim. Tim, why did you have to take a break? I guess you gotta get the furniture put away and get the gutters cleaned. But isn't the truck more important? Why change priorities? You're as bad as me.
I couldn't believe that Ford drive shaft. She went under there. She goes, "It's a perfect length." You know, it's like, really? So the only thing we needed was a U joint that was one this way and one this way, and it was a AMC U joint that she found and installed it and put it right in there, and geez, it worked real well. I mean, off the No Name Nationals, we went with that whole thing. You know, that car really, it was leaking oil, but other than that, it just drove there and drove back, and
Yeah.
did real well. Kim, what am I gonna do a short about? Special grease for brakes. Nah, it's dumb. Cause that's like nobody does
Well,
that
instead
except
of
me.
doing
Just me.
tools-
I'm the only one that does that kind of nonsense.
Instead of tools, you could do car parts. We
Well,
got
except
plenty of car parts.
Tools has kind of gotten me where I am, and there are people that watch those shorts.
We could use the ring compressor. Could show how piston rings go.
But a ring decompressor, or you got them all out.
They're all out.
They're all out.
We could put it in and take it back right back out, but you could do it just as a, a lesson.
I could run a Dingleberry hone down through there and ball hone. I'm sorry, run a ball hone.
Can't. You guys didn't have. I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't.
Run a ball hone down through it
You could.
just to put a nice fresh hone on it. Oh, I know. Oh no, I already did that. I was gonna say I could measure the cylinders with the bore gauge, but we already did that. It's just I want to measure all 6 bores.
Well, the ball hone's over there.
Well, do we have a ball horn? Do we have a ball horn that'll fit a? Oh, we must, because we used one on a slant before. So we do have a ball horn that'll fit a 3.4-inch bore.
Yeah, we bought it.
Yeah, because there's another one up there that Carl gave me. That's oh yeah, I see it over there. That's in a pack up there. That's a 4-inch bore,
Mm-hmm.
4 or 4 1/8 or something. He probably used it on Big Block Chryslers.
That's right.
Yeah,
Because
what
of
I
the old
said.
car.
That's what I said. back in one of my law enforcement days, I was riding with a deputy sheriff, and we were way out somewhere driving.
Tim, it's
And-
already starting to freeze at night. Oh God, I'm glad we're
and
down here.
we stopped for dinner somewhere, and the other guy got a salad, and he says to the woman, the server, he says to her, oh, she brought the salad, and I guess it had little pieces of bread, whatever you call those, and you're supposed to put,
Croutons.
and he says, oh, I get dingleberries with it. I can't believe he said that to the server. Oh, man. So that's what those are. They go in a salad. And everybody I knew back, like 30, 40, oh, more than that, 50 years ago, called those ballhounds, called them dingleberry hounds. That's just the name we use. Not bullhorn.
Tim, we're getting ready for the weather to change, but hopefully it's not so drastic so quick. But I guess it is October, so it could come at any moment.
Looking forward to winter.
Nah,
I strongly dislike winter.
I'm slowing down this winter.
Can't we have a home in Arizona?
I'm slowing
just
down this winter.
Go out there and have the miserable
I'm
cold,
not going to be out there doing a bunch of motor revivals in the freezing
the
cold this.
miserable cold 55-degree nights.
Shut up. Man. It was cold here last
Up at the
week.
test site, I saw some ice up there one time, and everybody's going around picking it up. And look, there's ice on the ground.
Don't touch it!
And then up on a mountaintop, there was some snow. And it was like such a strange thing out there to see that. But it got cold one time. Got cold out there one time.
Calls me another name. I'm sure he does.
Call him Doogleberries. He hates it. Calls me an... Whatever this is. This is that root beer stuff. Weather's not changing a lot here yet. That's because we had a warmish, dry winter. Yeah, and you're way south, so I'd expect still not as far south or not as close to the you're still not that close to Antarctica. You have a long ways to go till you're in the cold part of the latitude. But still, I bet you it gets cooler there than the northern part of Australia. But the leaves were all yellow in the mountains. Now they're falling off. Oh yeah, ours haven't started that yet.
We got
a little green. Yes, some leaves have fallen off, but the trees are all green.
The grass is still growing.
Grass is still growing.
I got so much to do in this car.
Kim, what do I feel like doing tonight? Have I done a short on line wrenches? Because you have lines off. So
I have lines off. You could do if you've done one, you could do a better one when you have a set
Okay,
of lines in
so
front of you.
we could do a line wrench video. Yeah, I could do that. We could take a 12-volt battery and show what not to do and drop like a 1-inch wrench across the two. Show, what a short circuit is. See if we can turn a 1-inch wrench red. No, let's not do that.
No. Tavo says, not even a quarter of our normal average rainfall. I see a very dangerous summer coming. Boy, there's a bunch of people right now in the southeastern United States who would trade you drought for the rainfall they just experienced.
And that's
They
how
got
it is.
flooded real bad. But yeah,
You'll get
dry
rain.
is bad. It's
You'll
dangerous.
get rain on one end of a continent and not on the other end, and the next year it'll be the other way around. It's just the way it is.
You could do a line of wrenches. Perhaps we could.
Look, pictures of little wrenches. What time is it? It's after. No, it's before 2. FOD officer de-icing. FOD. See, we were taught foreign object damage, but now they say foreign object detection because they don't want damage. We had these little red coffee cans, all a little piece of sheet metal and hooked on everything all over the place. They're red and in white. They said FOD on them. FOD. We were supposed to take any little piece of safety wire or anything and put it in there. What kind of flashlights do you have?
We did do
Oh,
a shortcut.
we did
What's your favorite flashlight?
We did that. Didn't we even do a poll? Did we do a poll on that?
No.
Or no, I just did a short on a
We
bunch of
should have done a
flashlights.
poll.
And I only touched on, I think I used 4 different flashlights, but we have so many different portable lights. We have big long things that are LED strips that are rechargeable. We have LED flashlights. One's rechargeable, the other one has a bunch of A batteries in it that I got tired of replacing, so I bought AA batteries. And we bought a charger and rechargeable AA batteries, so now that seems to work quite well. Won't have to buy those again.
Oh, I didn't.
We got
show-
those light
I
switches.
didn't show our new monitor.
New monitor. Oh, you want to put that on the camera and show the monitor?
I'm gonna show them. 'Cause
Oh, I got a mess. I got a mess on this table. I got to move this mess out of the way. Yeah. I'm gonna move it out of the way. I got all this rags and crap up here. I'm sorry. Gotta clean up a bit. I've been cleaning up, but the cleanup makes a mess.
There's only a couple people left, but you guys earned it. You
There's
stuck
7.
around.
There's 7. It's actually slowly built back up again.
I don't think that number's even right. Who knows?
Oh, I don't know.
But
Okay. Do you want me to put on Elgato?
not yet.
Elgato. Camera Elgato. Yeah, lightsaber. Yeah, we had one of those. I have a 12-volt battery you could demonstrate a short on. Yeah, that would be a short.
You could.
It has an
turn
internal
Elgato
short.
on.
Connect the charger and it starts smoking through the vent. Oh, that's bad. Elgato. Okay, here I am sitting here.
Okay.
There's what's going on, I see. And then over here is
Here's the new monitor, right? So here's the chat, and
oh, it swings. But she can swing it that way, so if we're working out in the shop, I can still see the chat.
and then if he wants to be tucked in, we can adjust the angle for the lighting.
Tommy Hanlon.
Tell me when it's
Oh,
good.
it's too far. Back off a little. More. 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 That's pretty good, I guess. Yeah, because if you go too far this way, then this light shines on the
So
screen.
that's what I wore myself out doing earlier in the afternoon. Okay, you can. That's it. You can
Yeah,
go back
Tommy
to-
says, good morning from a cool but dry Dublin. 7:58 a.m. It's almost 8 a.m. there.
Welcome to
It's
the stream,
almost
Tommy.
2 a.m. here. So we are,
Go ahead and go to the other
Six.
camera.
we're 6 hours off. I thought we were 5 hours off, but we're 6 hours off. Yeah, here I am. And there's Kim up there with the camera you were just looking
Other
for.
camera. Turn that off.
Yeah, this is nice because I've been sitting here cleaning tools for hours and cleaning up a one of these adjusters for a drum brake that was frozen solid. Now it works quite well and it's lubed up with
We got a little
with-
more done tonight, although we had
with
a hiccup.
special, where is it? Special copper anti-seize brake grease, which is like the good stuff. And then
We had some kind of issue with our network early, and it crashed the stream. We had to start a new one. So
yeah, we had to start the stream over.
other than that, it's been a really good and productive night.
And that's why we don't have a good thumbnail right now, is because we were up here and I couldn't generate a thumbnail, and we just tried to get back on as soon as we could. But I think we were out of business like for 12 or 13 or 14 minutes or something, which is a long time for us to be offline trying to troubleshoot a problem.
You know, for all the times that that's the worst crash we ever had on a stream. That's not so bad.
This is kind of a little corner of the shop that's not really clean, but it's for a shop that's clean. And we have a nice little shop studio in here that works quite well. Tawa says 5:30 p.m. here. It's summertime already. Too early in my opinion. It used to change late October. You know, Tavo, do you use AM and PM? Or do you use the 24-hour clock? So I just got a bunch of crap from somebody that on another channel where I made a comment that we should be on the Americans are stupid because we use the AM and PM. Although a lot of people, like the military, use the 24-hour clock. And then, and it was one of these people that's just like angry with America for not being metric. So I go, so use metric time. You know, why don't you use metric time? Use millidays. You know, so noon would be 500, you know, and I'm sure you can figure the rest of it out. And that guy really got upset with me.
I didn't like your idea.
Well, and then years ago, I came up with that like 35, 40 years ago. I had an airplane with an airspeed indicator, and I made a new, what do you call it? The plate that goes inside there? I don't know. So the dial was in kilometers per milliday. Everybody hated that, but I knew what speeds I had to fly at, and not even the Europeans like that. They all hated it, which I thought that was pretty funny. I go, you bunch of idiots. You want me to go metric? I go metric, and then you still hate me.
He hates it. Whoa!
Yeah, there were a couple of European guys around that thought I'd gone crazy, but I said no. Use. There you go. The resolution isn't close enough. I say so. Go to microdays. Oh man. Tavo, in normal conversation, AM, PM is it. Most down here have no idea about 24-hour time. Okay, so it's not just us. You might be out by a factor of 10. Go AWOL. It's dark now at 7:30, but we're at the bottom of a 14,000-foot mountain wall. Oh, yeah. Well, here it's getting dark, what, Kim, by 7? By 7:15? Of course, we're on the far eastern edge of Central Time. We're almost into Eastern Time. She's over there with a grinder wheel going, doing something. What you buffing on?
Your brake line.
Oh, my brake line. Oh, we're actually going to do that. Okay. I think I have a line wrench here that might fit. Dean says I use 24-hour time. Land survey training. See, and because I was military, you know, for 10 years I did 24-hour, and then went back to work for the Navy as a contractor. And so, of course, every flight plan, everything we did was 24 hours, and everything was Zulu time. So we were like off by, you know, we were in England. Our time was in England. We weren't. But at 20 o'clock, we never say that. Say like 0100 hours or 0500 hours or 1200 hours, 1400 hours. Or 1600 hours. That's what time we got off work. 1734 here. I have no issue with it. Yeah, it's kind of, you know, a lot of times I'm dating documents or something with a file name, and I'll put because it's important to me what order stuff's in, because I'm like that. But I'll put like 1734 without the little dots in there as a file name, and I know that what time of day I created the file, like that's necessary. But I'm you know, overkill. Neither do I. I'm just jerking your chain. Yeah, 20 o'clock. That's pretty silly. Okay, Kim, what'd you do?
Oh, well, I got it set up over there.
You got it set up? I thought I was just going to sit back in a recliner and do this. And you got to make me do it over there. So what are we going to do? Let everybody hang here? Or are we going to wrap up the stream?
We should probably send these people off to bed.
Send them off to bed. You know, like Tavo and Dean, they're like middle of the day.
Thanks, Scott. Oh, yeah, you guys aren't allowed to go to bed.
Yeah, you go to sleep early. Oh.
Tim,
and of course,
Dean, Tavo.
And of
it's
course,
great having you here.
Tommy, he, you know, it's 8 o'clock in the morning there, you know.
You guys have a great day. We're not going to be streaming tomorrow night, probably. I think we need a day off,
Day off.
maybe. And Monday, we almost never stream on Monday.
Who's on Monday?
Dr. Art is
Dr.
usually
Art.
on Monday
And then
for about
Tuesdays.
an hour.
Tuesdays are big day in the big, the bigger than this
Yeah.
studio. So I do. Imagine if it was 1959 hours. No good time to go make some dinner here. No, good time to go make some dinner here. That's good.
Guys, this project is huge. Huge.
We
The car
got-
is blown all over the garage.
We've
got multiple engines, and and I've got the torsion bars out, and we're welding frame rails on the car. There's so much to do here. So
are there
when
good-
we are back in the shop, there'll be a lot to see, and we're gonna try and do some recordings of. You know what? I didn't do any long form recording of cleaning the pistons. Nobody cares about cleaning the pistons. I'll just say I cleaned the pistons.
Right,
Look
that's
where
what they
are.
care about. You standing there with your long blonde hair going, I cleaned these pistons. And they'll go, sure you did. I bet your boyfriend did it.
I will. I'll accuse you. I had Buck Del Campo clean the pistons so I can get the glory work of sticking them in. And then, so, yeah, lots
Tommy's
to
the
do.
only normal one. Yeah, he's on Zulu time, or whatever they call that.
He is.
Non-aircraft terminology for Zulu time.
I like having the not so normal people around. I feel like it's good company. It's
Tavo,
appropriate.
long weekend here. Oh, you have some kind of a holiday. Cool. Jet turbine Mopar blown about the facilities.
I mean,
Okay, so we are going to, this started off, we're going to fix an oil leak, and now the whole front of the car is apart. And
well, the oil leak's
Get up.
getting fixed.
the oil leak's getting fixed. That's all right. I keep promising aluminum car, but it'll probably be next. So,
I mean, some of these parts are aluminum. The bell housing is aluminum. Does that count as anything?
and then I'll probably buy a daily driver, do something with a Valiant to make it run, and then.
The Valiant.
But if I
runs.
get a daily driver, I'll probably run it in here and change the oil or something. But that's about as much kind of work as I want to do to a daily
You
driver.
better get something good. I don't want a lame car. We're car people now. You have to get something good. Something really good.
What can I get that's really good?
Um,
How about a fairly clean Fairmont, a Fox body, or a what's that car Dr. Go has, the J body? You know, but that's kind of new actually.
I have lots of thoughts on it. So
Yeah.
we'll discuss it. We'll probably discuss it more on Tuesday at 7 Central when we are in the studio.
Well, and when I get the check from the insurance company, then I can really think about it.
Yeah.
They should probably just go sit in the bank until I find the right car, because I'm not going to jump at the wrong thing. You know, I'm gonna wait till I find the right vehicle.
Thanks
or-
for
or-
hanging out,
or I'll-
Otto. I didn't even realize you were still here.
Or I'll-
Someone got to make the bread bags. I hope you are. Yeah,
ah,
make them.
okay, we're gonna call it. So take care. Oops, wrong hand. Take care. Good night,
Enjoy
everybody.
your holiday, and we'll see you all soon.